Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Max Resources channel. We're sitting here once again with Brett. And Brett, first and foremost, how are you holding up over there?
No, it's great over here. As you can see behind me, the sun's shining, so it's all good.
All right. We have a lovely article we want to dive into with you guys about copper. But first and foremost, Brett, how are things holding up on the Caesar project? Heard something commenced over there.
Yeah, over the Caesar project, we've tripled our exploration teams because we're looking over a 90-kilometer belt. It's a huge copper belt. We've started for 2022, and we are focusing on two large areas, which we think could be very large copper deposits. So that's where our focus is.
Perfect. Glad to hear it. That kind of plays perfectly into this article I wanted to dive in today. It was a copper boom likely to last for decades, prompting a global hunt for new supply. And this is coming from a website called Ahead of the Herd. And basically, as people would read into this, they would find that there's more reports of copper deficits and increased demand projected for a significant amount of time here. So what do you have to say about that?
Yeah, it's reporting that the conservative estimates of copper consumption versus the mine supply. I mean, Bluebird reported that in the next 10 years, you'd have to double the copper production, which is huge. You have to go from 20 million tons out to 40 million tons, and they're predicting, especially when it's the green sectors are coming in, they're predicting that the consumption of copper could go fivefold in the next 10 years to 2030. So we don't know where this copper is going to come from.
Yeah, and this is something that's been kind of going on for a while, and you've touched on this as one of the biggest issues. Is it takes time to get these things up online, and as you bring one online, it's just going to be replacing another one, and where the demand is still going up and up and up.
Yeah, and also the discoveries or the what copper projects are going online at the moment with the dwindling copper reserves. So all these existing mines are getting lower grades, run out of reserves, and the current discoveries is only enough to replace the production we got now.
Yeah.
So there seems to be at this stage no new copper deposits that could take up the 30% increase in copper production, over the next 20 years.
Yeah, let's talk about how not all copper discoveries are the same, right? So diving into it, a lot of these are periphery, and can you explain to people why that's kind of an issue right now? Why that takes longer to come online?
Yeah, so most of the copper production in the world is what they call porphyry style, and these porphyry styles of copper deposits or discoveries, there's a long lead time to production. So if you had a major porphyry discovery today, there's a 20-year lead time to actually get in production. Now, what a lot of the companies are looking for, they're looking for what you call sedimentary type deposits. The problem being there's only two sedimentary production belts in the world, one in Africa and one in Europe, in Poland. Where we are is another sedimentary type of system which hasn't been exploited, and that's the big thing of where we are. We're in that sedimentary system where you're comparing a sedimentary deposit going in production over a 10-year period, which is obviously twice as fast as the 20-year period. So that's the big thing. And then so what the companies are looking at, they're looking at highly prospective, early stage copper types of deposits from junior companies, and we're one of the very few. The other thing with these sedimentary style, it's from surface, so you can get a lot faster. You can advance a copper deposit a lot faster from surface rather than these porphyries that are very deep. So it's not just got a huge advantage going into production, it's also a huge advantage proving up the deposit. So we've got the discoveries there. Now we're going to the next stage, which is going to be an exciting year in 2022, and there'll be a lot of news coming out where we start proving that up from surface, and our first lot of drilling is going to be the first drilling campaign in where we are in Northeast Colombia on our Caesar project. First drilling campaign for copper, So that's going to be very exciting in what is a very, very large coal system. So we already know that the system is very, very large.
Mhm. Yeah, that's something we've talked about ad nauseum on here is the importance of the location you guys have acquired there in Colombia. Say it's a prime location, like you said, unexploited, a lot of potential there, the right kind of discovery. And now you guys are lined up to hit 2022 real hard to prove it out some more. So I guess what can people expect timeline wise right now? I know obviously you can't stick to hard dates, but the general plan for
Yeah.
2022 is.
So our stats for 2022 is working up to the drilling stage. But we've got three lots of field teams out there. There'll be a lot of news coming up over the coming weeks and the coming months. And I think there's going to be the big progression year for Max in 2022. So stay tuned.
Perfect, perfect. Well, thank you for coming on. And I'm curious, everybody watching, do you guys think copper is going to continue to boom for the rest of the decade? Let us know below. We'll happily talk about it some more another time. And let us know if you got any questions about Max Resource. Don't forget to visit the website. Brett, thank you for coming on.
Thank you, Michael. All the best.